Good morning everyone. In this session we are going to learn about force acting on current carrying conductor in magnetic field. Okay. So let us consider a conductor PQ. So this is considered as a conductor PQ. So having length L, having length small l, and area of cross section is capital A. Okay. So now this conductor is placed in a magnetic field of intensity B that acts on Z axis. Okay, we take this axis as Z axis and magnetic field now is acting along Z axis. So you can take 2-3 lines here. So that indicates magnetic field is acting along Z axis. So in this magnetic field we are placing the conductor PQ of length L and area of cross section A. So now this conductor carries a current of I amperes along Y axis. Okay, so this conductor carries current along Y axis and this conductor is placed in a magnetic field of B that is acting along Z axis. Okay, so now as current move along Y axis, the charged particles like electrons, negatively charged particles. So let us take one negatively charged particle, that is one electron having negative charge. Okay, so these electrons will be drifted in the opposite direction to the flow of current with the drift velocity Vd by experiencing some force due to this magnetic field. Okay, so when this conductor is carrying current placed in a magnetic field, electrons will experience some force and begin to drift in opposite direction to the direction of flow of current. Okay, so now this electron experiences a force when magnetic field act on it. That force experienced by the electron is given by F bar is equal to minus E into Vd bar cross B bar. Okay, so here F bar indicate force experienced by this charged particle, E is charge of that particle. So as we consider this as an electron, we are taking that as minus E. Vd stands for drift velocity and B for magnetic field induction or magnetic field intensity. So the force experienced by negative charge particle is F bar is equal to minus E into Vd bar cross B bar. So that is equation 1. So this is the force experienced by one electron. Okay. Now let small n be the number of electrons crossing per unit volume. Okay. So after experiencing the force, let small n be the number of electrons crossing per unit volume. Now total number of electrons in the conductor are considered as capital N. Okay, small n stands for number of electrons per unit volume, capital N stands for total number of electrons in the conductor. So total number of electrons crossing volume V is given by N into V. Okay, so this V volume again taken as area into length. So total number of electrons in the conductor capital N is equal to small n A into L. Okay, now total force acting on the conductor. So this is a force acting on one electron. Now number of electrons crossing through V volume of the conductor is N is equal to small n into AL. Then total force acting on the conductor is capital F is equal to capital N into F bar, small f bar. Okay, so this force F bar is equal to N into F bar, that is equal to, in the place of capital N we are taking small n A into L. In the place of F we are taking minus E into Vd bar cross B bar. Okay, so that is equal to, we are taking out the charge of electron out and we are taking L inside. So therefore E N A into minus L into Vd bar cross B bar. Okay, so now here minus L Vd bar is equal to Vd bar into L. So that means drift velocity and length of the conductor are in the opposite direction. We can take minus of L into Vd bar is equal to Vd bar into L. So as these two are in opposite direction. So therefore we can replace this equation by ENA, Vd is taken out into L bar cross B bar. Okay. So NAEVD stands for electric current. So this is the relation between drift velocity and electric current. So Vd is equal to I by NAE. Okay, so in the place of ENAVD we are replacing with current I. So therefore that F bar is equal to I into L bar cross B bar. So this is the vector notation of force experienced by current carrying conductor in magnetic field. Okay. So when you take the magnitude of that, you can take that as BIL sine theta. So that means L bar cross B bar means we can take BL sine theta. So the magnitude of the force is taken now as F is equal to BIL sine theta. So remember, force experienced by charged particle in magnetic field, F is equal to Q into Vd cross B. Force experienced by current carrying conductor in magnetic field is F is equal to I into L bar cross B bar. So magnitude of force F equal to BIL sine theta, and when theta is equal to 0 degrees or 180 degrees. That means if the conductor is aligned in the direction of the magnetic field or opposite to the direction of magnetic field, then this conductor do not experience any force. That is minimum force equal to 0. Now when the conductor carry current is held perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field, then theta is 90 degrees and the force experienced by the conductor is maximum, where F max is equal to BIL. So B stands for magnetic field strength, current and length of the conductor. Okay. Now how can we determine the direction of this force acting on current carrying conductor? So that can be determined by using Fleming's left hand rule. Okay. So stretch first 3 fingers of your left hand in such a way that the central finger indicates the current, forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field, and the thumb indicates the direction of force acting on conductor or motion of the conductor. So that means if current flows along y-axis, magnetic field is in z-axis, then force experienced by the conductor will be towards x-axis. Okay, so all the three should be mutually perpendicular to each other. So in the numericals also we can apply this Fleming left hand rule and try to find the direction of the force experienced by this current carrying conductor. Okay. Now next topic is force acting on two parallel straight current carrying conductors. Okay, so this is for 5 mark question. So derive the expression for force on two parallel straight conductors carrying currents. Okay, so force on two parallel straight current carrying conductors. Okay, so let us consider two parallel straight conductors X and Y. So this is first conductor, this is second conductor. So of length L. So each conductor is of length L and these two are separated by a distance of small r. Okay, consider two parallel straight conductors X, Y, each of length L, separated by a distance of small r in air. Let first conductor carry a current of I1, second conductor carry a current of I2. Okay. Now, when this conductor carry current I1, this will produce electric field as well as magnetic field. Okay, in the region of this first conductor. Okay. Now, when you place the second conductor in the magnetic field produced by the first conductor, the magnetic field will be acting into the plane. So this can be understood by applying Fleming left hand rule. Okay. So now when you apply Fleming left hand rule, the central finger indicates the direction of the current I1 which produces a magnetic field B1 that act into the plane. Okay. So therefore B1 is considered as into the plane. So now when the second conductor is placed in the magnetic field produced by the first conductor, because of this magnetic field the conductor will experience some force. So that force will be perpendicular to this B1 which is considered as F1. Right. Now, the field produced around the conductor X due to current I1 is given by B is equal to mu naught I1 by 2 pi r. So already you know that the magnetic field produced by a straight conductor carrying current B1 is equal to mu naught I1 by 2 pi r. Okay. Now, the force experienced by the second conductor due to the magnetic field produced by the first conductor is F1 is equal to B1 I2 L sin theta. So previously we learned force experienced by current carrying conductor in magnetic field is F equal to BIL sin theta. So because of this field, the conductor Y experiences a force F1 equal to B1 I2L sin theta. So now this force and B are in right angles to each other. So this theta can be considered as 90 degrees. So you can take that equation as F1 equal to B1 I2L. Then you will get Bf1 is equal, substituting this value, mu naught I1 I2L by 2 pi r. So this is equation 1. Okay, so the force experienced by second conductor due to current in the first conductor is F1 equal to mu naught I1 I2L by 2 pi r. Similarly, when this carry current I2 will produce a magnetic field in its region, and when you place a first conductor in that region, so it will experience a magnetic field of B2 that is acting out of the plane. So when this is acting into the plane, the second field will act out of the plane. So that magnetic field produced due to current in the second conductor Y is given by B2 is equal to mu naught I2 by 2 pi r. Okay. So when you place the first conductor in the magnetic field produced by the second conductor will experience a force that is acting in this direction. Okay. So you can take this is the direction of the current flowing, and this is the magnetic field, and this is the force. Okay. So B2 is equal to mu naught I2 by 2 pi r. So then force experienced by the first conductor F2 is equal to B2 I1 into L. Okay. So now substituting, you will get F2 is equal to mu naught I1 I2 L by 2 pi r. Okay. So that is equation 2. So the two forces are equal. So you can take F1 equal to F2 equal to F. Therefore, force experience on two parallel straight conductors carrying current is given by F is equal to mu naught I1 I2 L by 2 pi r. So this is the force on two parallel conductors carrying current. Okay. So now if I1 is equal to I2 is equal to 1 ampere, L is equal to 1 meter, R is equal to 1 meter, then F is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 newtons. Okay. So that means we can define 1 ampere, definition of 1 ampere. So 1 ampere is the current flowing through two parallel straight conductors of unit length separated by unit distance, experience a force of 2 into 10 power minus 7 newtons on each other. Okay. So you have to write the definition of 1 ampere. Now if the currents are in the same direction, then these two will attract each other. The two conductors will attract each other, and if the currents are in opposite direction, then these two conductors will repel each other with a force of 2 into 10 power minus 7 newtons. Okay. So this is the concept of forces on current carrying conductor and two parallel straight conductors carrying currents. Thank you.